Welcome to Technocouple channel. Today we want to show you a quick demo of developing voice agents using Google's conversational agents. The conversational agents help in building virtual agents that provide self-service experience. It can run deterministic, generative, and agentic conversational agents. The next generation conversational agents product will enable teams to create highly interactive, enterprise-grade AI agents. These agents are powered by Gemini models with human-like high-definition voices, and they exhibit a higher degree of comprehension. Also, we are showing how to integrate agents developed using Google's ADK, that is, Agents Development Kit. Conversational agents make it easy to build and integrate a conversational user interface into your telephony-based applications, mobile applications, web applications, and so on. Conversational agents can analyze multiple types of inputs from the end user, like the text or the audio. It can respond back in text and voice using high-definition voices, like using the Chirp HD voices. The beauty of conversational agents is that we can build agents which can be highly deterministic, partly generative, and fully generative, driven by generative AI models. Playbooks help you build conversational flows which are fully generative in nature, meaning the flows are probabilistic. Certain use cases require complete control over the conversation, like authentication or payment transaction. Such cases are developed using flows which are highly deterministic in nature. Flows come with generative features called generators and generative fallback. Generators are used to generate agent responses through LLM prompt, which gives more human-like responses compared to static responses. This can also be used for summarization. Generative fallback is used to generate responses through LLM prompt when user input does not match an expected intent, kind of no match. Data stores help your agents get knowledge about your public or private content and can find answers to user questions from this knowledge source. Now let's jump into playbooks. We will try to understand what is a playbook and how to design one. An agent is composed of one or more playbooks. Each playbook has the following data: the name, a name used to identify the playbook, a goal. Goals are high-level description of what the playbook should accomplish. Instructions are the high-level steps that should be taken to accomplish the playbook's goal. Examples are sample conversation between an end user and the agent. These examples are effectively few short prompt examples for the LLM. The tools in the conversational agents help your playbook connect to external systems and augment with the knowledge of playbooks and helps agents in answering users' query. Examples of tools are built-in tools to execute simple logic. OpenAPI tool, which helps an agent connecting to external API by leveraging the OpenAPI schema. Connect to a data store tool to get external knowledge from public websites, private data, etc. And we also have connector tools which help to perform an action by configured integrations like BigQuery, Salesforce, ServiceNow, etc. Function tools help in executing some client-side logic which are not accessible by OpenAPI tool. Today, we are showing an agent developed using Google's Agents Development Kit to be called as an API through the OpenAPI tool. This is only for the demo, and this can be further fine-tuned and used for better use cases. Here we are using these agents to fetch real-time information from the Google search tool within the agent. This agent is running on the local and exposed it as an API through ngrok. Further, our voice agent also interacts with the company's knowledge via a data store tool. We uploaded a PDF containing some frequently asked questions and other content into cloud storage and referenced that bucket from the data store and made it available as a tool for our playbook. We have a playbook which helps in booking an appointment for the user for a given date and time by collecting some basic information. We have the default playbook which accesses the steering agent between these tools and other playbooks as per user's query. We then have a flow, the end flow to end the session of the voice call after the voice agent has achieved its assigned task. Alright, let's walk through the end-to-end steps to see how various playbooks work together to complete the task. In step 1, the customer dials the phone number assigned to the agent using Google Phone Gateway. Next, in step 2, a bidirectional stream is established between the user and the agent. We have set the default playbook as a steering agent which is of type routine. This agent connects to the data store agent, that's step 3. The data store agent is responsible for connecting to the data store and answering queries which are available in public, frequently asked questions, the information that is available through the PDF documents, etc. Then in step 4, the steering agent may trigger the search agent to fetch real-time information like the information from the Google search engine. We have developed this search agent using Google's ADK, that is Agent Development Kit, which includes a tool to perform searches. The agent is exposed via a REST API and exposed using OpenAPI schema. A quick note here. Leveraging agents built using ADK through API is one of the ways. We might have other ways to connect to agents developed using ADK and other frameworks. Apart from Google's ADK, we can use LangGraph or other frameworks as well to develop such agents. Now moving on to step 5. The appointment agent helps the user book appointments based on their preferences like date and time. Under the hood, this agent uses the Gemini model to understand and respond to user requests. In step 6, once the user queries are resolved or the task is completed, we transfer the call to the flows, the end flow. The end flow is responsible to gracefully close this particular session. Finally, step 7 handles the call termination if there is nothing more to address. The call is gracefully ended and the session is disconnected from agent side. Now, this is the component diagram of the simplest telephony-based agent or voice agent. As you can see, we are leveraging telephony infrastructure managed by Google to power up this setup. Google Phone Gateway is out-of-the-box feature which simply maps a phone number to the agents, which is an excellent choice for personal or hobby projects. The Conversation Agents is the platform where we develop our agents. We also see two more key components which are abstracted but are crucial for voice-based applications. Those are speech-to-text and text-to-speech. Speech-to-text or STT is responsible for transcribing spoken input from the user into text, enabling the agent to process it. The TTS, on the other hand, converts agents' text-based responses into natural-sounding speech that the user can hear. Google offers a range of TTS voices, including the latest Chirp HD voices, which are highly natural and well-suited for the conversational experiences. So, when a user dials the phone number linked to an agent, the Google Phone Gateway receives the call and routes it to the agent, establishing a bidirectional audio stream. This allows real-time communication. Audio flows in both directions, enabling smooth and interactive conversations. Now it's time to create a conversational agent. From Portal, select your GCP project, hit Create Agent, then select Build Your Own. Now name your agent. Choose Global for the location and verify your time zone and language settings. This will create your agent. This will launch your agent with the default playbook. Now, let's create our first tool. From the left navigation, select Tools, then Create Tools, give it a name, RAG Search, and then select the type as Data Store and add a concise description of its function, what it does, what it can do. Leave the other options at their defaults. For this example, we will enter a fictional company name and use the default model. Next, let's configure the data store. Click Add Data Store, then Create New Data Store. It opens up a new window. Select Cloud Storage and Unstructured Documents. We have preloaded our PDFs into cloud storage bucket here. We will browse to that bucket and then select that. Click Continue. It will take a moment. Now click Continue. Verify the data store location. Name the data store and then we can click on Create. Now back to the previous screen. Now refresh to load the new data store. You must see the new data store that we created. Now select it and click Save. Now once you are okay with the validation, click Save button. The tool is now ready. Now let's create another tool. This time using an open API spec. Ensure your specification is validated using a tool like Swagger Editor. Give some description about this tool. For the open API spec, here we are using YAML format. In this example, once it is validated, you can copy it here. And if everything looks good, you can click on Save button and the new tool is created. Now let's start creating the playbook, the new task playbook. Let's give the name as Booking Appointment. Keep in mind that goals and instructions are the important part of the playbook. That's why we need to create goals as per the requirements and instructions which agent needs to follow. So the instruction panel can connect to another playbook, another flows, or it can connect to the tools. Now let's create another playbook, another task. Let's give it the name RAG Search, and similarly let's give goals and the instructions. We are removing that flow end call as it is not yet created. On the similar lines, we need to create another playbook with the name Google Search. It is responsible for providing the real-time information leveraging the agent we built using Google ADK. This agent internally uses the Google Search tool. Similar to the other playbook, we have to provide goal and instructions. This agent will have the Open API tool connecting to ADK agent. Finally, we have to provide the instructions for the default playbook, which is the steering agent in this use case, and this will refer to other playbook as required. Now let's create a flow which can be referenced by any of the playbooks when we need to end the conversation or end the session. So choose flows from the left navigation. Create a new flow. Give it a name as end flow. And now select the start page, create a new route. So we give the condition as true. And then under the agent response, we provide the message that it needs to play. And at the end, in the transition, we want to select the page and the end session. So this would take care of ending the call. Now we have the flow and we have the playbook. We can go back to the playbook and add those end flow references in each of the playbooks wherever we need to end the call. Now let's talk about the versions and the environment. Here, as you can see under the versions, we don't have any versions created for the playbook or the flows. Now we can head back to the tools section and then select one of the tools, and then we can create the version history. So version history, create version, give some version for this particular tool and save. So this helps in having two different versions and that can be tested in different environments. Let's say version 1.0 in production and you are making some changes and that needs to be tested in the dev environment. So using this version history, creating new versions for each environment would help to test those changes. And similarly, we can create versions for the playbook. We can also create versions for the flows from the left navigation. Select versions, select the flow. And under the display name, give the version number. This way, we can create versions for tools, playbooks, and the flows. And we can use those version numbers under each environment when we are testing the agent. So with this, we have the versions created for tools, playbook, and the flow. And now we will go to the environment section where we can create the environments that are required for us. Let's say we can create a development environment and then select those versions under the flow. Here, as we have only one version created, so it is automatically populated with those versions. Similarly, for production, we can create a new environment called as production and select the particular version. Let's take a look at agent settings like text-to-speech options and other speech-related settings. Select the gear icon on top right for agent settings. Then select speech and IVR option. Then you will be provided with list of voices to select. You can listen to the sample audio files for each of the voice. The link has been provided in the description. For this demo, we are selecting Chirp HD voice. After selecting the voice, click on Save to save the settings to your agent. You can also see few more speech settings which you can choose for your agents. Now let's talk about the integrations. For this demo, let's say we want our agents to be mapped to a telephone number so that we can test that agent by dialing this phone number. For that, we can use Conversational Phone Gateway under the integrations. Click Manage button. You don't see any phone number set up yet, so click on Create New button. You will be taken to Request Phone Number screen and then click on Request button. Now Google offers a list of numbers that are available. You can select a phone number and provide the display name. Select the environment as development, the one we created earlier, and select English as a language. Click on Save on the top to save these settings. Now you can see the number mapped to your agent and ready for testing. Finally, let's see this agent in action. Please note that there will be a delay in the response. As mentioned earlier, we are not using the streaming option for agents, and also agents require some level of fine-tuning for production grade experience.
Hi there, welcome to Natural Beauty. I am Ria, your stylist. I can help you with anything related to hairstyles, booking appointments at our salon. What kind of help are you looking for today?
Hey, do you have the keratin treatment in your salon?
Okay, I understand you're interested in keratin treatments. How can I help you with that today?
I was asking, do you have that and how long does that treatment take in your salon?
Yes, we offer keratin treatments. The treatment takes between 1 and 3 hours depending on your hair type, length, and fullness. Is there anything else I can help you with?
How long, does it take more than 3 hours or like it is less than 3 hours?
The keratin treatment takes between 1 and 3 hours depending on your hair type, length, and fullness. So it shouldn't take more than 3 hours. Does that clarify things for you?
Okay, so what is the difference between keratin used in the treatment and the natural keratin found in the hair?
Okay, got you. Treatment keratin is hydrolyzed, meaning it's broken down to better penetrate the hair shaft, while natural keratin is the protein structure that already exists in your hair. Basically, the treatment adds new keratin to reinforce your hair's existing foundation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Are there any long-term effects of the keratin treatment on the hair?
Frequent keratin treatments can weaken hair over time, potentially causing dryness, breakage, and even thinning. Also, some treatments contain formaldehyde, which isn't the best for your health in the long run.
Okay. Okay, I'm good. Can you book an appointment for the keratin treatment in your hair salon?
Okay, I can help you with that. First, could you please tell me your name?
Yeah, my name is John.
Okay, John. Can you tell me what date you'd like to book your appointment for? Today's date is April 17th, 2025, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Can you make it for Sunday, 10:30 a.m.?
Okay, so that's this Sunday, April 20th, 2025, at 10:30 a.m. And do you have any preference on the stylist?
No, I'm good with anyone. I don't have any preference on that.
Okay, great. Just confirming, you would like to book a keratin treatment for John for this Sunday, April 20th, 2025, at 10:30 a.m. with no stylist preference. Is that all correct?
Yes, that is all correct.
Okay, I've booked you an appointment for a keratin treatment with John on Sunday, April 20th, 2025, at 10:30 a.m. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Thank you.
Okay, great. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I think you were of great help. Thank you, Ria.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for calling Natural Beauty. It was pleasure assisting you. Goodbye.